So here we are, number 34. They tell us in triangle ABC, side A, side C, and angle A. And they want us to find angle C. Okay, so I'm going to draw a triangle and label it. Make that a little bit bigger. Remember, when you label your triangle, it doesn't matter which angle you do what unless they specify. So I'm just going to do ABC. Angle C is what's missing. Angle A is 45. Side C, side B, side A. Side C is 3√2. And side A is 3. Now, based on the information they gave you, most of you are going to say, okay, I've got side, side, angle, right? Which would be law of sines to find angle C, which is fine, and that's going to work great. But this is also, if you notice a relationship between these, this is a special right triangle. They didn't tell us it was a right triangle, but looking at across from a 45-degree angle is X, and then another side is X√2. Then this would also be, this is going to be a 90-degree angle, and it's a 45, 45, 90. But most people are probably not going to catch that, so we're going to set up law of sines. We're going to say sine of angle A is to side A as sine of angle C is to side C, because this is how you were taught to set it up. So sine of 45 is to 3, as sine of C is to 3√2. Then we cross multiply and divide, so we isolate sine of angle C would be 3√2 times sine of 45 divided by 3. Now, when I calculate that, that is not my answer, is it? What do I still have to do to find C? I'm still going to have to inverse sine. So if you want to write another line or you want to rewrite this so that it's inverse sine of all that is angle C, that works too. This is what I'm going to do in the calculator. And you can do it all at once in the calculator. You can do it just 2 steps in the calculator. What mode does your calculator need to be in? Degree mode. Good. The calculator's loading slowly. All right. So 3 square root of 2 times sine of 45 divided by 3. And then I have to take inverse sine of that, 90 degrees. So I recognized the relationship between the side lengths and the 45-degree angle. If you did not, it's okay. You still got that that's a 90-degree angle, right? All right. In acute triangle ABC, so let me draw another picture. They tell us side A is 10. Side B is 12, and angle A is 42. Find the measure of angle B. All right, so this is another one where we know side, side, angle. So it's the same thing. We're going to set up that same proportion. The sine of 42 is to 10. 42 angle is across from the 10. And then sine of angle B, which is what we want to know, is to 12. So when I solve for angle B, I'm going to be doing inverse sine of 12 times sine of 42 over 10. Everybody okay with establishing that you use law of sines there and then plugging it in? Okay. I already forgot my numbers. 12, 42, 10. 12 sine of 42 over 10. Make sure you're closing that parenthesis there. Okay, and it said to round, I believe, to the nearest degree, because we're measuring in degrees, so that means the nearest whole number. So 53 degrees. So the two that we did, law of sines. All right. Now in this one, let's label what's given. All right, so side A is 5, side B is 6, and angle C is 60. So this is not side angle, this is side angle side, because the angle that we know is the included angle between the two sides that we know, right? So this is not law of sines, this is law of cosines. I do not have enough information here to set up a proportion for law of sines. Okay, so it must be law of cosines. So I want to find side C. So it's going to be the two known sides squared and added minus 2 times those two sides times cosine of that angle. Okay, and I got this from, and this is on the formula chart, this formula. All right, so 5, 6, and 60. All right, now when I solve the right side, is that my answer? No, what do I have to do to that number? Yeah, take the square root. Because that was all C squared. So once you have it all, take the square root of it. Okay, and it said to find the value of C, did not tell us what to round to. So we'll just go to hundredths, I guess. So that would be 5.57. I'm 99% sure your test is all multiple choice, so rounding won't be a big issue because you'll see the answer choices, what they're rounded to. Everybody good? Okay. All right, this one we are given side, side, side. We're given all three sides of a triangle. Okay, so side A is 5, side B is 6, and side C is 8. Okay, and we want to know cosine of A. Pay attention to what you're asked to find. It did not say find angle A, did it? It said find cosine of A. So this means at the end of this problem, we are not going to do inverse cosine. Y'all see that? Okay, so the formula this is all we're going to do right here, because that is what cosine of A equals. We do not have to do that inverse cosine to get the actual angle. Okay, so this is going to be 6 squared plus 8 squared minus 5 squared over 2 times 6 times 8. Now, here, when you have multiple things in your, or terms being added or subtracted in your numerator and multiple terms in your being multiplied in your denominator, how you plug it in the calculator matters, and you need to either use parentheses if you're just using the divided button, or make sure you enter it as a fraction where you can clearly see the numerator and denominator. So I'm going to do parenthesis 6 squared plus 8 squared minus 5 squared. Those are the right numbers, right? 6, 8, and 5. Yeah. Okay, close parenthesis, divided by new parenthesis for the denominator, 2 times 6 times 8, close parenthesis. So that's it. That's our answer. Normally, we do not stop there. Normally, we would then do inverse cosine to find the angle, right? But they did not ask for the angle. They asked for cosine of A. So we stop there and we say, okay, it's 0.78 if it's to the 10th, or 100th, excuse me. We good? Now again, the formula in this format that I wrote down is not on the formula chart. What is on the formula chart is, I don't remember if it's A, B, or C, but it's saying that it's in this format. So if you want to solve for the angle here, or for the cosine of the angle, you just move all this to the other side, right? So you're subtracting the b squared and the a squared, and then you divide by negative 2ba. That's where this comes from. Do y'all understand that? Okay. So it's not given in that format on the formula chart, but you can rearrange the one that is given to get you there. Okay. Is 38 the last one? Yeah. All right. So last one here. We are again given the sides and asked to find the measure in degrees of the largest angle. Let's label what we're given. It doesn't matter what's A, B, and C because they didn't tell us. So 3, 5, and 7. What matters is which angle is the largest angle. How can you determine which angle is going to be the largest if we don't have any of the angles? Good. The largest angle is across from the longest side. So the longest side is 7. So the angle across from 7 is what we're looking for. And the way that I labeled it, that's A. If you labeled it as B or C, that doesn't matter. Y'all with me? Okay. So we're going to do side, side, side. So law of cosines again. So it's going to be the two sides that are not across from what we're looking for. Those are the ones that you're at squaring and adding. And then you subtract the one squared that's across from it. And then you multiply 2 times the 3 and the 5, 2 times those others. Okay, so I'm going to calculate this, but then to get the angle, what am I going to do afterward? I'm going to inverse cosine of all of that. Okay. 3, 5, and 7. 3 squared plus 5 squared minus 7 squared. Close that parenthesis. That's my numerator. Divided by new parenthesis. My denominator is 2 by 5 and 3. Ooh, I accidentally hit divided. That's going to mess us up. Let me fix that. Okay, and then I do inverse cosine. No rounding necessary. This came out to an exact angle, 120 degrees. How y'all feel? So the end of this review was mostly law of sines and cosines. Right before that was vectors. So the earlier stuff is earlier in the review. The unit 1 and unit 2 things from last 9 weeks are back earlier in the review. So those are on the first couple of videos. So I'm going to stop this recording real fast. So everything is recorded and I'll post all of that